Hey friends, welcome back to our channel. It is a great evening here, and today we have come to talk about lines. So this is the icon command for a line. So in this video we shall talk about all the input methods. One, we talked about using the icon. The second one, we used the entering the command in the command line. The third one is to type in the workspace. So for today, we shall talk about. So let's get started. To begin with, we shall, as an example, I will request ourselves to draw a line of 1,000 millimeters. Remember, our document now is opened in ACAD ISO WT, meaning that the units of measurement are millimeters. So I will instruct ourselves to draw a line, two line segments joined together of each 1,000 millimeters. Yes. Yeah, we are going to draw two line segments, each of 1,000 millimeters, connected together. So when we go to our home tab, let's first with the icon. We shall click on the icon. It asks us to specify the base point on our workspace. We click, and you are able to see a line being created. So as you are seeing the blue numbers, the blue highlighted numbers there, it's where we are able to type our lengths. So we shall just simply type 1,000, and we say. Then the other thing, I had not talked about angles. If you are to see here, the line is at an angle of 5 degrees. Yeah. So when we press enter, this will show that our line is inclined at 5 degrees. To change it to 0, you will press tab. So you'll see the angle, the size of the angle is the one which is changing in the blue line, in the blue highlighted stream. So when we put 0 and we press enter, we shall be able to draw one line which is horizontal. Then you see the line command. When we use the line command, it will be still active until we press escape. But our example was to draw two line segments joined together. So we are going to draw a line inclined at an angle of 30 degrees, inclined downwards, like how I've done. So I will again press 1,000 as the length, and then press tab, move to the angle side. I put 30 degrees, and I press enter. So that will be our line. If we want to exit the command, we shall press escape, and this will be our line we have drawn. These are our 2 lines which we have drawn, and they are each of 1,000 millimeters. So if we are to use the measuring tool, we go to utilities, we measure distance, we come to one end of the line and go to the other one, we shall see the length is 1000. The reason why it is bringing decimal places 0.000 is because we didn't change our precision. It was in 4 decimal places. So if we want to change the precision, we shall just first exit this one. We go in our command line, we type units, it's here, we click and it will come. So we shall change this one to millimeters, then precision 0. So and we say okay. So if we are to measure again distance, specify one end, we specify the other end, we'll find when it is giving us 1000. Maybe if we can measure the other line, the other side, specify this and this, we find this one gives us, if it was horizontal, how much would be the distance. If it was vertical, how much it goes in the horizontal, how much it goes down in the vertical, and our slanted line is also 1000. Then the angle is 30 degrees. Yes, so that's it. So then the other thing here, here on the construction of a horizontal line, you saw me struggling to put in the 0 degree. So what can I do here? There is one command called the also mode, and this one is the also mode, and the software says restrict cursor orthogonally. So it means that the line will be moving either vertically or horizontally. So you have to come here and you check this. When you have checked this and you go to draw a line, you will see it will be restricted in only the horizontal direction, or if we move up, it will only be restricted in the upper direction. So we want our line of 1000 millimeters, press the line. For it, it will not ask us the angle because it is already 0 degrees. Press enter, and when we want maybe to draw our line of 1000 millimeters inclined to the angle of 30 degrees, we shall need to remove the also mode, come we uncheck, and then we are able to input the values and that one of the angle. So we shall put 1000 and press tab to input the angle, which is 30 degrees. Press enter. So earlier I told you that for a line command, the command will be still active until you press escape. So to exit this command, we shall press escape. And yes, the line we have drawn, it will be of length 1000 millimeters. Yeah, and this one will be inclined at 30 degrees. Yes. So from here, we have the other thing I can talk about is when we highlight these lines. Yes, when I try to highlight, when I highlight a line, it will be showing a single segment. Let's say if I want to highlight this one, it will also be highlighted. But for the line command, it draws a line by a line. So once you finish a line, it will always be one line. It will not be considering it as the whole line. It will be considering it as, it will consider only segments you have drawn. Let's say this one, if I click here, it will be only one segment. So what I wanted to maybe explain about here, I wanted to I wanted to tell you how you can be able to join these segments together to form one line. And it is very easy. It is just you highlight all what you need to be joined. We shall use the command join. It is in our guide we saw the other time. I asked you if you need the guide of commands, you will be able to approach me, but now we shall use join. It is join. You see it's there, and we shall press OK. So when you go to select this line, it will be selected as one line. Even also this one will be selected as one line. So maybe what if I want to maybe take it back to the other side? What will I do? I will go to this one is called explode. Or for now, let's use the command. It's called explode. You see when the explode has its icon here, yeah, which is the same as this one. So when you press explode, each line will be independent. Again, it will be each line will be independent. Yeah. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is a polyline. I can't move here without talking about a polyline. A polyline is similar to a line, but the difference is for a polyline, if we draw our two segments and we are to select the we are to select the lines we have drawn or the segments we have drawn, they will be considered as one line. Let's say if we use a polyline and we specify our base point and we restrict it to the horizontal by activating auto mode, and we put 1000, press enter, and we deactivate our auto mode and we draw an angle inclined at a line inclined at 30 degrees of 1000 millimeters. Press 1000, tab, we go to the angle side, we put 30. It can vary. Here I'm using 30, even I can put, let's say 90. How will the 90 come out? So after pressing the angle, we press enter. You see it will even have, it will align itself to the vertical. So in order to exit the command, we shall press escape. So that's it. But now when we come to highlight this line, when we click on the line, you see it will be all selected as one line. Yeah, it will be selected as one line. So what shall we do in order to maybe split it into two segments? What we shall do, the thing is very simple, is to explode. As I earlier told you, explode. When we explode, our line will be, of each segment will be highlighted on its own. Yeah, so that's it. Today we have talked about a line, a polyline, the difference between a line and a polyline. Then what we can talk about next is the other types of lines which are not listed here, but they are within the software. One of them is array. Array, it's also a line, but for array, it draws a continuous line from the point you choose. From the point you choose, it will draw any line either horizontally, either vertically, but from the point you choose, it will be able to draw that line, but it is a continuous line. So what we shall do is to type in our command line array, and it will come here. We click in it, and it will ask us to specify the start point. We specify there, and you see it is endless. So it starts from where you specify the point, and it's endless. So maybe if you wanted to draw vertically, we check the also mode. The lines us to the horizontal. We click, we draw a horizontal line. Even vertically, we click and it draws a vertical line. Also, the command is still active. So maybe when we deactivate the also mode and we draw an angle of here, here we shall not specify the distance, but we shall just go to tab and specify the angle. Let's say 30 degrees or 45 degrees. So how will it come about? Yeah, when we press escape, we will see our lines. Even though you try to zoom in, the lines will never, they are endless. Yeah, so that's called array. For array, it draws lines, continuous lines from the spot you choose up to the endless array. Yeah, so it will be continuous until. So when we need to maybe delete the ones, we shall highlight them. We delete, it will be done. We highlight this and we delete, it will be done. So that's what we call array. Then the other line we have is called an X line. The X line is maybe, so it has some category with array, because an X line draws also continuous lines but in all directions. So let's say this one doesn't have an icon here, but for it we have to look for it in the commands. We shall press xline. So it has come here. We press in it and we specify a point. You will see it is in all directions. Maybe if we activate our also mode, to the horizontal, you will see it is continuous. Maybe vertically, escape, you see the two lines are continuous in all directions. So that's what I have for an X line, similar to array, but the difference is minor. For array, draws continuous lines from one point, and then an X line draws continuous lines in all directions. Then the other line we have is spline. Spline is also different. Also, we shall need to type it in the command line. Maybe spline is here. For a spline, it makes smooth curves from different points on different points you click at. We look for a spline. It's here. Maybe we click here, and maybe here, maybe here, maybe here, and we close and we press enter. So you will see a spline creates a smooth curve between the points you have created, or you have created at. So this one, maybe you have seen compounds with some irregular shapes, some curves. How does this come about? They use what we call a spline. The spline majorly draws some unique curves on points you click at. So and the spline is also one line. That's what we have for today. For questions, inquiries about the last videos, feel free to ask in the comment section. I will be there to answer all your questions. So the next time we shall meet, we shall talk about the circle and the arc. Yeah. So thank you very much for watching this video. We are very glad we will be there seeing our viewers. Thank you very much for watching our videos, and the returning viewers, thank you very much for watching. I'm very glad, I'm very humbled for you who are subscribing to our channel. Thank you very much. I can't take this honor grateful. Yeah, thank you very much. We meet in the next video. Bye bye. Thank you. This is Gavi AutoCAD 2D training. Bye bye.